Hi guys, my name is Ahmad Tariq bin Muhammad Isa. Today I would like to present to you the way on how I'm designing the circuit of my final class project for subject Digital Logic Design EEAB 1034. Before we started, I would like to introduce myself. I'm a student from University Tenaga Nasional, the Energy University of Malaysia. Alright, our project, this is the main task of the class final project. So basically, the task need us to design a synchronous counter that counts on the sequence on your student ID. For example, if your student ID is EE014539, the counting sequence will be 0 and then 1 and then 4 and then 5 and then 3 and 7 and 9 and repeats the same sequence. So use any flip-flop to realize your design, prove the working of your counter on any simulator of your choice. So this is the state diagram. So my student ID is EP0107369. So counter will start counting in the sequence of 0 and then 1 and then 0. So there is a repetition in the 7 numbers of my student ID 0107369. There are repetition of 0. So the counter will start counting the sequence of 0 and then 1 and then 0 and then 7 and then 3 and then 6 and then 9, and it will reset. Okay, and it will repeat the same sequence 0 1 0. Okay, so in the binary format, we can see that it start with 00000. Basically there are 5-bit binary number, and then 00001 represent number 1, 10000 represent the second number of 0, and then 00111 represent number 7, 0011 represent number 3, 00110 represent number 6, and 01001 represent number 9. So basically, if we look at the decimal number, is 0107369, and we change every single number here to the binary, we only need 4-bit binary number. Basically, the 9 is the largest one, which is 1001. And because of the repetition of number 0, we are using 5-bit binary number because we have to differentiate between these two 0, because we know that the counter will repeat the same sequence. So basically, after this number 9, okay, if we don't use 5 bits binary number, the counter cannot differentiate whether it is start from this 0 or this 0. So that's why the number of flip-flop we use is in this project, number of flip-flop used in this project is 5 flip-flops. Basically, one flip-flop representing 1 bit of binary number. So since the counter in this project need to count number 9, which is the largest one among all the numbers counted, we need to use 4 flip-flop because decimal 9 is 4-bit number in binary. There is also a repetition of number 0 during the count. Therefore, another flip-flop needs to be added to make it 5-bit binary number in order to differentiate between two number of zeros. Okay, like what I explained just now. Alright, so this is state transition table. So what is state transition table? Okay, I need you guys to focus on the present state and next state only. Okay, for the present state, since my ID number is 0107369, okay, the counter will start counting from number of 0. So look at here, okay, 00000 is represent first 0, and the next state of the 00000 is 00001, which is representing the number of 1. So once, okay, from the 0 to 1, now we are in the present state of 1. After 1, my student ID is 010. Then it will move to the second 0, which is I represent here. Second 0 is 10000. That's why in the state transition table, after 0 to 1, 1 to the second 0 is 10000. Now we are in the state of second 0, and we move it to the present state. After 0 is 7. So after this number 0, the second 0 is 7. So basically 00111. Okay, that is how we need to provide this present state transition table on how we put the number here. And after the last number, which is number 9, 0107369, 9 is 01001. And after this number 9, we repeat the repetition, and because of that, the next state of the number 9 is back to the first 0, which is 00000. That is the present state and next state in the state transition table. So basically, what is the excitation result? Okay, here there are 5 of it because we have Q5, Q4, Q3, Q2, Q1 in the present state, and the next state because we use 5-bit binary number, and because of that we need to have 5 flip-flops, and that's why in our excitation table there are 5 row of it. Okay, so that's the explanation of present state and next state. We move to the explanation on how we get the excitation result. So basically, we use T flip-flop in this project because T flip-flop is easy, and we just require one input. Okay, so basically what we need here is the characteristic table of T flip-flop, which is this is present state Qn, this is next state Qn plus 1. So basically we just compare. Okay, for this Q5 is 0. Okay, this one is 0, and the next state of it is also 0. Okay, Q5. We look at the Q5 and Q5 at the same row here and here. Okay, so this is 1, this is 0, and this is 0, and we compare to the characteristic table. Basically, this is present state 0, and the next state is also 0. Then we get T is 0. So we put T0 here. T5 is equal to 0 because we compare between Q5 and Q5. Okay, so move to another column. This one is 0, and this one is 1. So we look at the characteristic table, 0 at the present state and 1 at the next state. So the T is 1. Because of that, T5 here is 1 because we compare present state and next state. So we do the same thing throughout the table. Okay, from this top left one to the bottom right one. Okay, everything is just applying the same method. Alright, that's for state transition table. Now we move to the K-map and Boolean equation. So we know that K-map is needed for every single output. So basically, if we look at the excitation table, we know that we have 5 output because we have T5, T4, T3, T2, and T1. So basically, in this K-map, I will go through fast because K-map is just the basic of express the Boolean equation. So basically, this K-map, okay, we for the T1, okay, we look at the T1. So what we need to put in the K-map is basically we just put the we compare the output, and the input. So for this one, T1, we look at the row here. Okay, for the first one, we just for the K-map, we just compare with the present state. So basically, present state is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So what is special in this K map is basically we have 5-bit binary number, and it's kind of difficult to create K map to put like Q5, Q4, Q3 in here, and so that it becomes 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. So basically there are long table basically. So we just divide it to the two different K map. First is for the Q5 is equal to 0, and the second one is the Q5 is equal to 1. So this output of T1, we compare, we check the input is 0, Q5 0, so basically Q5 0 is the K map here, and then Q4, Q3, Q1 is 0, 0, 0, 0, so basically 0, 0, 0, 0 is the top left here. So we just put 1. So do the same method of basic K map and derive the Boolean equation from every K map we have. So yeah, so that's it. And if we look at the third one here, the output of the T1 here, basically the input at the present state is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, which is the second zero of it, the second zero of my student ID number. So 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, Q5 is 1. Okay, Q5 is 1. So we look at this K map because Q5 is 1. And 0, 0, 0, 0, so basically the top left one, so we just put 1 because the output of T1 is 1. And how we derive the Boolean equation, we just derive it like normal equation. Okay, let's say we go through this part. Okay, this circle, this oval. Okay, this oval, we know that Q4 and Q3 is not Q4 and not Q3. Okay, not Q4 and not Q3, and we don't have to put Q2 and Q1 in the Boolean equation for this oval. And because of Q5 is 0, then we just put Q5 not, Q4 not, and Q3 not. So that's the basic of K map. And how we add each other is just we put OR, like we plus the every single expression in this K map, and for the K map for Q5 is equal to 1. So that's how we the exclusive in this project. Basically K map we divide into 2 because we use 5 bits binary number. And I think I will go through fast because K map is just basic of digital logic. So that's for T1. Here is T2, T3, T4, and T5 because we have 5 output. And then here is the final circuit. Here is the final circuit. So for the final circuit, if we look at the Boolean equation, okay, for T1, Q not Q4 and Q5. Okay, we go for the first expression first, not Q4 and Q5. So basically T1 is for the first flip-flop. So first flip-flop is down here. Okay, this is first flip-flop, second flip-flop, third flip-flop, fourth flip-flop, and fifth flip-flop. So for the input is the left one of the flip-flop. So for the input, we just put OR. Okay, OR because basically OR of 4 expression here. So OR with 4 input, and then we just put the every single expression here. Basically this one is n with 2 input, this one is n with 3 input, n with 3 input, and n with 3 input. So we just put AND gate here. And what is not Q4, Q5, and everything here is basically in every single flip-flop. Okay, we know that the top one, okay, top right one is basically the Q, and the below one is the Q naught. So we just match it with the Boolean equation. So we will continue in the next video. Thank you.